Hi everyone, hope you're all okay. And as this week is the mental health awareness week, I decided to do the mental health tag. So from the questions from the usual tag, I changed number of questions 7, 8 to two different sort of questions from the original tag. It's because the questions are quite similar and it's a little bit confusing how to answer them. So I just chose two different questions from a different tag to put it onto this tag. I hope that's okay, because as I already said, the questions 7 and 8 are quite similar, and it's a bit too hard for me to explain from those questions. So I hope that's okay. And yeah, if you actually are going through mental health and you're watching this video, and you'll probably be willing to do this tag, maybe. All the questions will be below in this video. So if you want to do this tag, there's no pressure if you don't want to do this tag, but if you ever do want to do this tag, then the questions will be below in the description. So I'm going to be getting started to answer those questions, and this is my first time talking about my mental health because I never have spoken about my mental health conditions before here on YouTube, so I'm a little bit nervous to for me to come out with it because I just felt like it's just a bit overwhelming subject to talk about, but I really want to do this in a way to spread awareness and for people to relate to me also. So yeah, so there are 8 questions like I already said, so I'm gonna get started. So okay, so number 1, what is your mental health? My mental health is anxiety, but also I do get panic attacks. I have depression, I have a PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder, and BPD, which is borderline personality disorder. The next question is, when were you diagnosed? I was diagnosed with my anxiety slash panic attacks at the age of 16, but with all the 3 others, that it was back in 2013, so literally 3 years ago. And with the anxiety was at the time I was 16, so 3 years ago I was 26, so I was diagnosed with anxiety slash panic at the age of 16, and then I was diagnosed with depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and borderline personality disorder when I was 26, which 3 weeks ago. Number 3, who knows about it? All my family know about it, my fiance Jason knows about it, my friends, well, I'll say ex-friends, they know about it, but they were really quite dismissive towards me about it, but I don't really want to be talking about that, it's a bit of a long story. And all my family friends know, and some of family friends know about it too. Number 4, what treatment have you had? I had several treatment of CBT, which is cognitive behaviour therapy. I had therapy for my PTSD, which was last year, which was really, really tough. Sorry. And then I had family therapy, and then at the moment I'm actually on a referral to have complex needs sort of therapy. It's called complex needs, and then I'm not sure what's going to happen after the complex needs, but I think I might have therapy after that. I don't know, but also I am having counselling regularly with my psychologist. And the hardest part about living with a mental illness, it's just so hard to talk about, but I really want to get it out there, so in a way to spread awareness, and hopefully, and I know for a fact that everyone who's going through mental health illness will relate to what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. It's just everything that it just makes you just so tired. Like every single day is a constant battle in the mind, and you're constantly just tired from the day before, and the next day. It's just the way in your mind, what's going on in your mind, like whatever is going on around you, like having a battle full of stress of certain things, that it makes you just like, the hardest thing is just like you can't find yourself to do things that you used to enjoy. Like I have liked doing things in the past and now which I don't do anymore. And that's the hardest thing, is just like you just lose interest quite so quickly. They don't do anything that you used to enjoy. That you have all these crazy thoughts in your mind of certain things that's going around you. And personally for me, I am going through health a lot at the moment, and it's causing health problems with me. It's just the fact that you feel isolated from people who have done crap to you. Well, personally to me, they have people who have done crap to me, who used to be my friends, who are no longer my friends anymore. And it's the fact, for me, the hardest thing ever is just like not having friends anymore. And just basically just people who you know are trying to help you, but then they are just make you feel even more bad. It's hard to explain it, but I know how hard it is to be living with mental health, because you're constantly thinking like certain things, even though you don't think about it, but you feel it in yourself, and you just have these, like I already said, like crazy thoughts in your mind. You just feel like you just can't cope. It's just like you just feel like you're not worth living. And this highest thing is just feeling empty inside you, that you feel so isolated from people. And it's just like I always say, it's a constant battle in your mind that you just don't know what you want anymore, and certain stuff. And it's just so hard to cope with a mental illness when you just don't know what you want, or you can't think straight. Personally for me, I can't think straight what I want in life, but yeah, it's just like a constant, like I already said, it's a constant versus cycle, like in your mind, and it's so hard to deal with it. Like you're trying to deal with it, you think you can, but you find it hard. But yeah, so that's what I would say is just like the hardest thing ever is just having these thoughts, just feeling empty, just feeling isolated from people, and having suicidal thoughts when you have problems with history of self-harm. And personally, I feel really hard to say this, but I got to say this because as I have depression, I do have a history problem with self-harm. So if you ever see any scratches on my arms in any of my videos, then you know why. A few people have noticed that already, and I felt uncomfortable to say anything to them about it. But as you all know, as I'm spreading awareness, and there are a lot of people out there who have mental health issues, do have problems with self-harm. I have that also, and I know how it feels. So yeah, there's a lot of things I could say on this question, but like I feel like I want to do a Q&A on my mental health. So if you have any questions that you want to ask me to do with anything about my mental health, then comment them all below, and I will answer everything that I can for what you want to ask me. There's so many things that I could say that I find it hard of living with mental health illness. So I told you, so I just mentioned like the obvious stuff, but like if you want like in-depth stuff to do with my mental health, then like I already said, please comment below in the comments below and ask me questions, and I could do a separate video on that. So yeah, this topic is so hard, but I just wanted to get it out there. So yeah. Number 6, something that surprised you about your illness or recovery. Just basically knowing what is wrong with me, because like all these years I've been suffering. To tell you the truth, it's actually all my life, but if I would say from like since the age of 7, 8, constant like all my life I've been feeling like the way I am feeling, and I never knew what was wrong with me. And I carried this with me for like 24 years, and I never knew what is wrong with me. And until I was diagnosed then, and they gave me a label, then it makes me feel a little bit happy to know what is actually wrong with me. Because before I never knew what was wrong with me. I was like thinking, what I keep thinking to myself, what is wrong with me? Why am I feeling like this? And then once I never opened up to anyone until I saw a counsellor back in 2013. They referred me to a mental health team, and then they actually gave me a label of what's actually wrong with me. And like I already said, it makes me feel a little bit happier to know what is wrong with me. So I know now what it is. With the anxiety, I didn't know all about that either, but until I was 16, they labelled me that I got anxiety. But with my depression and my post-traumatic stress disorder and the borderline personality and the borderline personality disorder, I found out like literally 3 years ago what's actually wrong with me, because like I already said, I carried this with me for a long time and I didn't know what was wrong. And then they told me what's actually wrong with me. So sorry, and this is a little bit repetitive. I do have a problem with this, but I'm just really surprised. It came to a shock to me of what's wrong with me. So I kind of like know that I am in some way mentally ill. So yeah, so it's a big shock to me, but in a good way. It's good to know what actually is wrong with me. Number 7, what is one thing you are going to do differently this week to spread awareness for the mental health? It's just basically posting videos to do with mental health, basically. So I've done, I posted up a makeup tutorial themed tutorial. Now this video and the next video, which will be uploaded after this video, which will be a documentary life short video on how it's like to have depression. So that's just 3 things. That's the 3 things in one, but that's one thing what I'm doing to spread awareness, because there's people out there who are suffering from mental health, and I'm just doing this in a way to spread awareness. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And the last question is, if there was one message you want to share with the world, what would it be? I just want to say that you're not alone in this. Everyone is all going through it in a certain way, and I sympathise and relate to every single person out in the world who are going through this mental health, because I know how it's like to be suffering from pain and what you're actually are going through, and that I am here for you guys. So if you ever feel like you need someone to talk to, I'm always here for you. If you ever want anyone to talk to, like if you feel like you don't have no one to talk to, then there's always me. I mean, like, you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to, but like if you ever wanted to talk to me about anything, then I'm always here for you, because I really want to like to support people who are going through what I'm going through. So yeah, so that's my message to people out there in the world. Like I already said, like throughout the whole video, I relate and sympathise with you guys, so I'm just really there for you guys. So I hope you like this video, and I do apologise in advance that I was a bit teary in this video. But yes, so hope you're okay, guys, and stay strong and stay beautiful, and then keep an eye out for my new video. Okay, bye.